Hey, Gino from Marion Computer, and this gem is called Backup and Restore. Alright, so this is something that a lot of people don't do, is back up their data. I have people come into my office and say, my computer won't start and all my information's on there, and I want to make sure that I can, get it before the computer just like totally dies. But if your computer doesn't start, there's a big chance that you have a bad hard drive. And if that's the case, we could try to get the information off of your computer, but sometimes if there's a physical problem, it might cost you thousands of dollars to get the information off. So some people do backups, right? But they do them manually, and that's dangerous because as soon as you forget to do it, then you don't have a current backup. You want to try to set reoccurring automatic backups, and that's what I'm going to show you how to do today. So in the corner, you're going to want to click Start, and then you're going to go to All Programs, and then you're going to go to Maintenance, and then you're going to click on Backup and Restore. And what that's going to do is that's going to bring up a nice spicy little set up your backup utility. So you can do backups on DVD. Those will last about 10 years. But what I recommend doing is scheduling a reoccurring backup to an external drive. So when you plug an external drive into the computer, you'll see it show up right under here. And you're going to want to click on the external drive, right? Right now I'm going to click on the DVD because I don't have an external drive in there. But it will show up right underneath that. And you can click Next. And then it says, what do you want to back up? Let Windows choose for me. And then Windows will back up data files, save libraries on the desktop with all Windows default folders, so on and so forth. If you don't feel comfortable picking exactly what you want backed up, then this is your solution. This is your option. But I'm going to show you Let Me Choose. And then you click Next. And then in here it's going to basically automatically have checked off the user libraries. That's all your pictures, music, documents, videos, favorites, all that. And backup data for newly created users as well. But what I would recommend doing basically is manually checking off users in here. Most of these other folders in here on the C drive don't contain important information. If they do, then you're going to want to learn it. You're going to want to learn what is important to you. But in this users folder would be all of the users. So if you have several users in here that are using this computer, all of their pictures, music, documents, videos, favorites, contacts, downloads, all of that will end up getting backed up. And like I said, if you have several users, and then all of that will go with it. So once you got that checked off, then I'd recommend clicking Next. And right now the schedule is set to on demand, but what you want to do is you want to click Change Schedule, and you tell it to run the backup when you want to run it. Now people say, should I do it weekly or monthly? I mean, you should be able to gauge exactly how often you need to back up. At my business, I back up daily because if I, for instance, lost a week's worth of data, then that's a week's worth of transactions in the invoice register. That's a week worth of database, work order information, and a week worth of me just kind of like, being in the zone and typing out, all kinds of strategies and all of that, which is a long time. That's 40 hours worth of work. And whoever else is helping me, and their stuff needs to be backed up as well. So I do it daily. Now if it's just a home PC and you don't really do much, you just want to make sure you got your pictures and your music and documents, but you don't really create too much, then weekly's fine. I don't recommend, if you use your computer daily, then I don't recommend doing it monthly. At the very least, if you use your computer daily, do it weekly. If you use your computer once a week, then I'd still do it weekly. So I don't recommend anything but that. But what type of time do you want to choose? Well, I try to choose a time when I'm not using the computer, and yes, the computer needs to be on to run the backup. So if you schedule it for Sunday at 7 p.m., then you want to make sure it's on at 7 p.m. And if you're going to be using it Sunday at 7 p.m., then why don't you just boost it up to Sunday at 12? Leave it on overnight on Sunday. Make sure you get your backup set up or whatever. But that's how you do it. And you click OK. And then the next thing you want to do is save and exit. And it's going to actually create your backup. And once it's there, once it's set. Now, it says Sunday. Every Sunday at 7. So if I want to do a backup now, then I have to click backup now. And I recommend doing it anyways, right? You click backup now, and then it should go ahead and start your backup. At least you know you got one from now, and then Sunday it'll actually do it again. And then when it's done, it'll complete, and it will tell you that it's completed. But we're not going to wait for it because that will take a lot of time, because there's a lot of information on here. So that does complete it. My name's Gino from Marion Computer, and this has been Backup and Restore. Actually, you know what? Before I end it, I just said, yeah, restore. If you want to restore your files, then this is what you want to click to restore your files. Now, after there's a backup done, you click Restore My Files, and then it shows you all of your files. And then you can click a folder or a file, and then click Restore, and it will put it back wherever you want to put it. So, but I'm going to stop there.